Devstream 181 is finished and a lot of good news has been revealed for the newest update, Koumei and the Five Fates. So, without any more dilly-dallying, I'm gonna cover everything in the Devstream right now in this video, so let's hop into it. The newest update, Koumei and the Five Fates, is coming out next week, October the 3rd, so that is very close. It is next Wednesday, so get yourselves ready. The newest Warframe, of course, Koumei, the orangey Warframe with her little dice passive. You can see the little thing down there in the bottom right. Shadow Trinity is her passive as well. One of her weapons inflicts random status effects for a certain duration. Now, Koumei, I'm gonna try to pronounce these names as best as I can, so if I butcher them, I'm sorry. Waves threads that if the enemies touch them applies a random status effect. Now, your passive activates here and you roll your dice. If you roll triple sixes, you can apply one of each status element on the enemy, so that is very nice. You're gonna see that the triple sixes do repeat themselves throughout the abilities. Omikuji is her second ability. You will open up your letter, get a random challenge to get a random decree, and if you roll triple sixes, you're gonna get a random decree without needing to complete the challenge. Onamori is her third ability, surrounds herself with charms that have a chance to turn enemy attacks into heals for yourself, which is very good, and the charms are determined by your dice roll as well, how many you get, and power strength as well. A roll of triple sixes gives you invulnerability for the duration of the actual charms. Bunkari is her fourth ability. This traps enemies in front of you in strings, and the dice determine the number of status effects that are put on those enemies. Now, if you roll triple sixes, then max stacks the elements and tags enemies behind you as well. So that's really good. The only thing that I'm not quite sure is how difficult it is to get triple sixes. I guess we will see. Maybe it's just me. Now, she does come out with a burst rifle that has a really cool charge shot and has a shield that blocks damage as well, the Higasa, and the Amanata, which is a pole arm, and every X swing that you do with the stance with the weapon itself, it will give you a random buff, so that is really nice. And both of these weapons will have augments in the Steel Path offerings. That's really cool. Now, we want to cover the deluxe skins. Nova and Volt are very beautiful. You can see them up on screen. They both look really nice. Both of them do come with Signas and Ephemeras. The one that you're seeing now is a Volt, and the second one you will be seeing is going to be, of course, Nova. Now, Volt didn't really need one. The Nova one I'm really satisfied with. It looks really beautiful, I do have to say. But let's talk about some Warframe reworks. And another deluxe skin that we're going to be getting is for Caliban. Now, Caliban is going to be getting a new deluxe skin, as I mentioned, and he's going to be free for the first 2 weeks of logging in, so you get a slot for him, and you also get the Warframe. So, October the 3rd, you have 2 weeks. You did get him. He's gonna be really good. Now, I'm gonna quickly summarize the rework the best as I possibly can. So his first ability, down dash in front of you, you tag enemies, and you do a special damage type called Tau damage. Now this is the unique to Caliban, no other Warframe has it, and this ability also gives you energy back on enemy hit and energy used. And what this unique status effect does is it makes the enemies more susceptible to status effects, so it is really good and synchronizes with his kit really nicely. Sentient Wraith is the second ability. Casting is smoother and faster now, and that the enemies when they float up are still, and the effect doesn't disappear when you do headshots or just tag the enemy. So they remove the cap as well, so you can tag more enemies and lift them up. So this is going to be really good for crowd controlling enemies. Her third ability, you get all 3 sentients now, and you have 3 varieties. One that attacks with melee, they copy your fourth attack as well, they're really strong. The second one turns into a turret that spews down to Tau all over the place, so you get Tau status effects all over the place. And then you have the third one that summons smaller sentients that distract enemies and also regen your shields and increase your regen. So that is very, very nice little bit of survivability here as well. Now Fusion Strike, you're now invulnerable, which is amazing, and your speed of your casting abilities, or I guess casting this ability, is much faster. And now, whilst the beam are coming into the middle, they armor ship the enemies, deal damage in the meantime, and they also do an explosion at the end, because before you would basically do all the damage up front and then you would armor ship the enemies, which didn't really make any sense, but now it's changed. Something also that has been changed is Wukong and Hildryn. These are a bit smaller changes, you can see them up on screen right now, so I'm not gonna really cover them. They're mostly for casting speed, for example for Wukong for his Cloud Walker, and it's gonna be for slam attacks as well. And for Hildryn, you can use less shields, the charge shot of the Balefire is much stronger now, but we will have to see and test that out a little bit. I do have to mention that all of these changes are linked in the description down below in the dev workshop, you can get it there. Now, the other Warframe that has also been changed, one that's getting a deluxe skin, Nova. Nova has gotten a rework to her passive first of all. The enemies that are slowed down have an extra chance of giving you health orbs, and sped up enemies have an increased chance of giving you energy orbs. Now Null Star is recastable, there's more particles at base, the damage reduction is based on strength, and now affects shields as well. It does blast damage, which seems to be pretty good, but antimatter drop is much better. Now the ball follows your camera much better, is bigger, easier to hit, and recasting it you can insta summon it to your cursor, nuking the area. So yeah, expect a no video from me. She's gonna be the first Warframe I'm gonna be looking at. But her third teleport, you can see the number of charges, and if you hold it you can actually aim the teleport, which is really nice. And Molecular Prime, the best change to Nova. Holding the ability, you will be able to speed up enemies. Quick casting the abilities or tapping the ability, you will slow down enemies. So now you don't have to go negative power strength, just use as much power strength as possible, seems like. We will test that out. And you can choose either speeding up by holding or slowing them down by casting or quick casting. And the multiplier now applies more, and it also applies to shields and overguard, and they made it consistent with other frames as well that had this issue, some affecting shields, some are not, some overguard, some not. We do also have new incarnates, and these are the ones that we have, so get your ribbons out right now. I already have the Sybaris, I'm gonna love that weapon, but we also have a companion rework, phase 2. The charm buff is getting a rework, it's basically disappearing, it's not existing anymore, and they added a new mod for beasts called the Lucky Catch. This doubles the credits and also the resources. Now this is on pickup, so if you pick up a resource you have a small chance of actually doubling your resource. You can see it on screen. This is how it should look like in game when the update comes out. The Semita Kavat will also be getting some kind of a buff. She will be getting increased buffs, especially to her affinity as well, that she gives you, so that is pretty cool. But we do have a dev workshop in the description down below that you can check out for further details, but I don't want to bore you too much. They're also going to be adding postures, which will increase your mod capacity, which is very nice, free up a slot, and give you a random effect, like attacking, for example, the closest Eximus unit and dealing extra damage, which is very nice. And the best thing is that the AI to the actual beasts is much better, so your companions are going to be much better. Your cats, your kavats, your kubros, everything is going to be a little bit smarter, hopefully. And Sentinels also got a broad rework of their weapons, so some got power stat increases, some got different changes and different buffs and things that they do. In total, 20 different changes and reworks have happened, so that is very nice. Now, you might be wondering how to actually get Koumei. You actually get her through a new invasion mission on Cetus, where you will be able to farm her and her signature weapons as well. This seems like an interesting mission. There has been a trailer, and I do like going back to Cetus, so that is going to be very nice. Now, Warframe 1999. On October the 16th, you will be able to play a demo, an extermination mission, in-game where you'll be actually able to ride the Automocycle, which is going to be very nice. They showed a really small demo of this, so that's why I don't have anything rolling in the background, but I hope that's going to be good, but we're waiting for that. Now, the new Warframe Site 09 is guaranteed to have an exalted sniper rifle, so that is going to be really interesting. How they make that really fun, I'm very, very interested to see. But that is all of the most important information. There have been some Steam login changes where you can automatically log in now. They're going to be adding cross-platform trading, completing that as well. So that's pretty cool. But that is mostly what we know about the new update and also Warframe 1999. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I think I didn't. I wrote everything down and followed it carefully. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, a comment, and do subscribe for more. This has been your lovely host, the Game Weasel, over and out.